That's public sector undertaking.
No, here in this case, my lord, the Rajesh Agarwal need to be followed because they have
That you deal with them, that you tell the bank to follow. But for the purpose that the chief secretary's permission is required.
not stand in that way.
So you ask the bank to do, you conduct a preliminary inquiry and report to that this fraud has not been declared by the bank. That is why I am not. সব ব্যাংক ঝামেলা করে একটাও কাজ এমনি কাজ করছে না।
I'm telling you, Lord, the computer has been declared fraud. But kindly see page 115 of that.
এইগুলো এই জন্য আমি ঢুকতে চাইছি না। উইদাউট এফিডেভিটস, এবার এফিডেভিটস বললেই মামলাগুলো শেষ হয়ে যাবে। এফআইআর এর আগে যদি এফিডেভিটস এর ডিরেকশন হয়, you understand the condition.
It will not do.
After all, public money has been diluted. This is the greatest difficulty. Why, in case of public sector banks, I am just where is your communication from the CBI? কাজ করবে না বলে যত ঝামেলা করে দিচ্ছে। CBI এর কি বাংলায় থাকা CBI এই অবস্থা হয়ে গেল নাকি? Court in each case will permit when the law has been declared not only by the High Court but by the Supreme Court.
This channel does not promote any violent, harmful, or illegal activities. All content provided by this channel is meant for an educational purpose only.
Yes, Mr. Mojumdar, where is your difficulty?
But I'm telling you, Lordship, Lord, so far as the SBI case is concerned, my Lord, the public servants are involved. So, my Lord, we have taken sanction also to that extent and sanction also upheld. But the difficulty is this, my Lord, I'm telling you, Lordship, that there is your Lordship knows about the Rajesh Agarwal fraud. But it says, Lord, before declaring a account fraud, ODLTM party has to be there. Lord, they have to give an opportunity of there. Now, my Lord, the first instance when they have written a letter to us to file an FIR, but now this, my Lord, the problem we are, my Lord, facing that if we register an FIR and after that, as per the Supreme Court judgment, Lord, Rajesh Kumar Agarwal's judgment, if, my Lord, the ODLTM party concept is there, then if after, my Lord, hearing the borrowers, if the bank feel that this is not, my Lord, the account cannot be declared as a fraud, then, my Lord, the entire procedure will be initiated before.
So, irrespective of that, if there is a civil case and there is a criminal case, Rajesh Agarwal dealt with a situation where there were civil consequences. Criminal consequences were not dealt with.
Only difficulty is this. Suppose we try to visualize this situation. But when, as per the Rajesh Agarwal judgment, that if the bank give them an opportunity of hearing regarding declare the account.
No, but that is a different aspect. Why are you sending it for sanction to the state government? I'm not bothered about.
No, but sanction, your Lordship's judgment is very clear. I have gone through your Lordship's judgment, and subsequently this judgment also followed. Honorable Supreme Court.
Good as hell in A. Satish.
She has decided that issue.
So why I am on the point of why are you sending it for sanction? Why to the state government? You tell me. These cases are basically on the issue relating to sending it to the state government for sanction. You take your office.
I'm not passing any comment to that extent, my Lord.
I am telling you one thing. It is for the
investigation case. Your Lordship has decided long back, and subsequently, very recently, Supreme Court also, my Lord.
So I am holding that wherever the investigating officer feels, you will be conducting a preliminary inquiry.
Yes.
Wherever you feel there is, you deal with the bank authorities concerned.
Yes.
But this should not be the procedure that you will send it to the chief secretary and it will go in the garbage.
As your Lordship is.
To that extent, I am interfering. Rest, you take a decision whether to register FIR or not to register FIR. But this
your Lordship's para is para 58 and 59. Long back, your Lordship has decided this.
And this has not been set aside. It's pending before the Supreme Court, actually. And Satish Kumar's judgment is already there.
Already there.
Yes, Mr. Sen.
My Lord, in this matter, this complaint was publication of fraud was 2020.
I am not entering into the fraud. That is the investigating officer's discretion.
But Rajesh Agarwal doesn't apply. My first sentence.
I am not entering into. They are saying something. Submission is something different. Action is something different. I am not. If the investigating officer doesn't feel that a case is made out, that's a separate case. Now you have come at a stage when they are taking up the umbrella that since sanction is pending before the chief secretary, we are unable to do anything. So that is not the finding of the investigation, that because of Rajesh Agarwal, bank has not granted that opportunity of audio alterum partem. This is not the ground over here. Your investigating officer obviously is at liberty to think, apply his mind, take opinion, earn from the superiors, collect the materials, whether the same has been done in accordance with law, and then say. That's a different aspect totally.
don't quote me, but my lord, I have long back your lordships decided this issue, and recently, my lord, the Supreme Court also decided.
This should be actually. How can, otherwise, say all offices will be at Delhi. No offices will be at other states.
Para 58 of your lordship's judgment, your lordship, but categorically, my lord, dealt with this point.
Asha, I'm
Satish Kumar also, if your lordship wants to rely on Satish Kumar,
telling you.
I understand.
And also, Rajesh Kumar get first line. No opportunity being heard. Finding. Or Rajesh Agarwal's case.
but
And they are saying that to inquire it. So.
no, my lord,
Just
I am
read
telling
the
your
whole thing.
lordship, my lord, I am telling your lordship, so
I am not entering into the zone of Rajesh Agarwal.
as your lordship.
It is for you to clarify, but you have not taken up that point. That is the difficulty. What you are taking up is that Chief Secretary is not granting permission.
In lot of cases, CBI is facing only this problem. So far as Rajesh Agarwal is concerned, my lord, in the first instance,
That is for the bank and you and the bank. That has got nothing to do
kindly
with.
clarify that also.
That is not required. They will make it come.
No.
My lord, perhaps, my lord, he is not, what I am saying.
Sir, what is the difficulty is that before declaring a person fraud, you have got to give an opportunity. That's a different aspect of the matter. And if,
No, my lord, I'm going to kindly visualize the situation. My lord,
I'm recording, Mr. Mujumdar, your submission.
Yes.
I'm saying that the cause of action in this case is not the same. I'm saying that since the plea taken up by the SBI is that the communications which are that it is pending for sanction from the Chief Secretary is not applicable to public sector undertakings, nationalized banks which are in the but up to that only, nothing more than that. It will now for the CBI to proceed with the investigation, to proceed in accordance with law, not with in accordance with law. Thereafter, you check, you will ask the bank authorities that whether they have given an opportunity of hearing, declare it to be, that is between you and the bank.
Initially, I was also not agree with my officer's view, but subsequently, when I applied his mind, I find in the first instance, if bank says, if the SBI says you register, this is the complaint, you please register the FIR.
What you do, Mr. Mojumdar, that is between you and the bank. State government has got nothing to do with it.
That is true.
Simply, I'm clarifying that part
As
only.
your lordship.
You ask them that comply with Rajesh Agarwal and lodge the complaint.
Yes.
That is, you will ask the complainant to do.
Yes.
But Chief Secretary will not grant sanction.
Law is very settled to that extent.
May I just say one thing?
কি হলো টাকা নিয়ে
I am RBI. I am not the money. But I am just saying that the declaration of fraud is by as per the circular, my lord. The declaration is done by RBI after hearing everyone. There is no challenge regarding that whether the declaration of fraud is wrong or not.
এ বাবা সিবিআই কে অপোজ করছে
No, I am saying
হ্যাঁ
that
কি
there is
অপোজ
no-
করে
there is
ঠিক আছে ঠিক আছে
so far as FIR is concerned, my lord.
ও আমি রাজেশ আগরওয়াল ক্রিমিনাল কেসে অ্যাপ্লাই করেছি না আমার খুব ডাউট
Borrower is not never come up.
চলো চলো
CBI is telling.
I am telling, Lord, kindly visualize the situation.
আই আন্ডারস্ট্যান্ড ওই বেকার কাজ
Tomorrow, they sit with the borrower and say, this
আচ্ছা
is not a
পিটিশনার
fraud.
অলরাইট
Then what the CBI
who
will
is
do?
along with SBI who has come
You go back, my lord. Item
no and another SBI and another
3, 4, and 7.
উফ জ্বালাতন সকালবেলা রিজনাল ম্যানেজার একই আচ্ছা the petitioners being State Bank of India and its regional manager has approached the escort being aggrieved by the act and action of the respondent number 5 full stop the response which has been received by the petitioner from the respondent number 5 is to the extent that where is that communication you have received from the CBI? Page 20. 20. আচ্ছা কি বললাম
The response which has been received by the petitioner from the respondent number 5 is to the extent that
is
to the extent that
that since the sanction is pending with the additional Chief Secretary, Home and Hill Affairs, Government of West Bengal, the CBI SEB Kolkata is not in a position to proceed with regard to the complaint dated 6/4/2022. Full stop. The same has been signed by the DIG and head of branch CBI SEB Kolkata. in acha Mr. Mojumdar, next paragraph, Mr. Mojumdar Lane DSGI refer us to the judgment end of Rajesh Agarwal. Ki acha State Bank of India. Give me the judgment, sir.
Yes.
Acha. State Bank of India and others versus Rajesh Agarwal and others. Versus Rajesh Agarwal. Reported in 2023, 6 SCC 1. Full stop. Acha. The said judgment do not refer to any circumstance where the permission of the state government or its officers are required for the CBI to register cases to register FIR in proper cases. So far as the parameters of Rajesh Agarwal Supra is concerned, that is intercede between the bank and the CBI, and the state government has no role to play in the same. Accordingly, this court earlier in Vinay Mishra versus CBI and others, 2021 SCC Online Cal 2160 has already laid down the law. Paragraph 58 of the said judgment is relevant, which reads as follows. Acha, the Honorable Supreme Court very recently in what was it?
CBI
versus A. Satish Kumar has also dealt with similar circumstances and has been pleased to observe in paragraphs 25, 26, 27, 28 and 29 as follows. Full stop. In view of the aforesaid, CBI is not required to take any permission in respect of any public central government and offices, public sector undertaking,
different states,
and or other public sector companies. Full stop. So far as the present case is concerned, if there are other issues, CBI, the concerned officer of the CBI will deal with the bank. But so far as the reasons so assigned by the DIG CBI in its communication dated 7/8/2024 to the regional manager State Bank of India is concerned, the same is not acceptable to the court. Accordingly, CBI is directed to proceed in accordance with law after they interact with the complainant or the responsible officer of the bank. And if they have any issues, it would be the bank who would answer the same whether there has been in compliance with the judgment of State Bank of India versus Rajesh Agarwal. Full stop. With therefore say 8 observations. Yes. No, how can that be, sir? No, but the last part has been there. Yes. There is a single line which will be creating a problem for the CBI.
Kindly see para 39 and 40 once. Para 39 and 40. Kindly see para 39 and 40. First, kindly see para 39 and 40. The chapter 8 of the Master Direction of Frauds provide detailed procedure to be followed by the bank, forming an opinion to proceed with a criminal complaint against the borrowers. Under the said chapter, the lender
is after they have to be satisfied. Thereafter, they will give it.
Yes.
Classification of the borrower's account does not simply lead to reporting of criminal complaint. There's a clear disjunctive.
That is one part. What is the fate? If today we registered the case and tomorrow in compliance with Rajesh Agarwal, if the fraud cannot be is withdrawn.
Sir, a new system has been introduced by this was not in there in the. Can it be prospective, sir? And this was not in any procedure, sir.
Yes.
This is a judgment made law. Try to judgment made law. Huh?
And they're saying every case we are trying asking them to comply with it. Now tomorrow if they say this is not fraud, then where the CBI will go? Enter investigation. Your lordship knows the manpower of CBI is very limited.
So this is a procedure which is correct to that extent. How will the bank know in 2000? There is no law to that extent.
No.
This is a judgment made law.
Yes.
The judgment end was delivered, I believe, March 27, 2023.
Right.
The complaint relates to 2022.
Yes.
So how will they follow that?
No. Now enter discretion in upon them. Now we have asked them, please follow Rajesh Agarwal so that there for avoid any complication.
When have you said them?
It was informed them, Lord. It was this is accused. Don't quote me, but this is our policy decision now. That in so far as these cases are concerned, we are asking the bank, you follow Rajesh Agarwal and come.
Suppose the bank is unable to trace the person concerned, borrower concerned. This is maximum.
Taking interest. Borrower, your lordship.
Maximum cases, what happened at this? Try to understand the ground reality. Maximum cases, borrowers are not traceable. They're enjoying the money, they are running.
He left. And the borrower is not coming.
You understand?
If they don't come, then the fraud will be, it will subsist. Then fraud will subsist.
Sir, one thing is this, you have got to say that you have declared this to be a fraud account.
Yes.
Sir.
No, Reserve Bank guidelines was there in 1916. Accordingly, fraud was declared and Reserve Bank accepted it. Accordingly, 2021, the perpetration of fraud was made. 22, we reported to the CBI.
So that's not a different reason they were sitting on the matter.
No, 2024, what I submitted, 2024, the new judgment came. Judgment specifically states no opportunity of being heard is required before FIR is lodged. And by saying this, again,
Very good. You declare it to be a fraud account, sir.
it is not required. RBI has declared.
No, not RBI. The bank borrower has to declare.
If RBI, you refer to the RBI later.
2016.
Where is your complaint where you have referred this to be a fraud account? Tell me.
Yes. Kindly ask them.
Where? Complaint, show me.
As per the circular, my lord, bank declares it fraud.
Yes.
I have given a circular. The circular is followed by the bank. The bank, upon hearing the
Where is your complaint, sir?
Complaint, my lord.
Yes.
Complaint about.
আরে এখন হাতে দিলে হবে. Where in the show me the line where you have declared it to be a fraud account.
Fraud, that time fraud is detected. We have to report.
Not
Respect
declared.
format is there. We report to the fraud to the RBI.
RBI.
And then RBI said
So you give it to
that
the.
format is here.
Which is the complaint you forwarded to the CBI?
This is the complaint, my lord.
Yes.
So what is the accusation? Only NPA.
No.
Then what?
He perpetrated fraud. He is a property.
Where is that written over there?
They did not declare the account to be fraud. To be very honest, kindly see it once.
RBI will declare it. We have to report to the RBI.
Now the new judgment has come into force. Now you have to declare it as a fraud account.
That judgment is prospective, gentlemen.
Which line, sir?
Paragraph this paragraph. That system was there, but 2016 circular, I mean, brought it, that you have to report fraud in a prescribed format. I will report the format of fraud.
But for public servant, it is not required, sir.
Why not?
For public servant, it is not.
No, that's why I told you, Lordship. So far as SBI's case is concerned, public servant is.
So this is not required in this.
UBI, there is
UCO, I'm coming. So as this case is concerned, this observation is not required. Since the public servant is already involved, which they have put it over there.
You can quote that, Milord.
আচ্ছা কি বললাম লাস্টে?
This is a fraud, but page number 3, my complaint.
They communicated with the complainant or the responsible officer of the bank, and if they have any issue, it will be bank to who would answer the same whether they are in compliance with the judgment of.
না ওটা দরকার নেই এটা ওইখানটা বলো এখানটা লেখো since in the case of State Bank of India a public survey end is involved there is no impediment in the CBI progressive with the case if they are prima facie is satisfied on a preliminary inquiry after communicating with the bank
following the preliminary inquiry.
কি বললাম full stop as such CBI is directed to proceed in accordance with law in view of the observations made by the Honorable Supreme Court as well as this court. Full stop. Server copies. I কিছু দরকার নেই.
This submission of the bank, my lord.
That for other case you have a good case. Why are you unnecessarily delaying that? You have a public servant involved. Yes, you go bank. Come. 4 or 7?
4 only 4 I am appearing. 7
Yes.
Acha, in
7 we have not.
so much. Again, the computer again. Inadvertently in the order date 8/6 to 2025, the number of the case has been wrongly recorded as WPA 28273 of 2024. The correct number should be WPA 28723 of 2024. Yes. স্টেট ব্যাংকের এটা ফেরত দিয়ে দিন। না না, ওটা ইউকো রাখুন, ওটাও স্টেট ব্যাংক কেন? দুটোই ইউকো আছে। Yes, 4 and 7 you are not appearing.
4 I am appearing, but 7 I did not get.
7, whom have you served?
We have served CBI.
I don't have any instruction.
By a common order will pass.
Same facts and circumstances, two sister entities, similar.
Public servant involved.
I wanted to instruct that should any involvement of a public servant is involved, we will not definitely understand. We have learned the CBI senior as per its own.
No, but your complaint must state that.
So I have to check
So
it.
how will CBI come in then?
CBI comes in on the solicitor master circular itself. Obligation upon me to report an incidence of fraud to the CBI.
So that they will register FIR or
Yes.
not, that is their discretion.
But
If it is private party involved only, see, CBI, the DSP Act and the PC Act are one of the objectives. Because they will start with a case with the public servant concern, irrespective of the beneficiary is whoever are they. That has been the principle on which DSP Act has been operating since date. If your complaint do not state regarding involvement of any public servant, then only thing which I can help you is that I can say with the same communication is irrelevant. CBI will conduct a preliminary inquiry and then proceed in accordance with it.
But before that, so far as this case is concerned, your lordship knows no public servant is involved.
You conduct a preliminary inquiry, sir. Where will the bank officers go, sir? That's public sector undertaking.
Here in this case, the Rajesh Agarwal need to be followed because they have
that you deal with them, that you tell the bank to follow. But for the purpose that the chief secretary's permission is required.
Not standing that way.
So you ask the bank to do, you conduct a preliminary inquiry and report to that this fraud has not been declared by the bank. That is why I am not. সব ব্যাংক ঝামেলা করে একটাও কাজ এমনি কাজ করছে না।
I'm telling you,
the computer has been declared fraud. But kindly see page 115 of that.
এইগুলো এই জন্য আমি ঢুকতে চাইছি না।
It has been.
উইদাউট এফিডেভিটস, এবার এফিডেভিটস বলেই মামলাগুলো শেষ হয়ে যাবে। এফআইআর এর আগে যদি এফিডেভিটস এর ডিরেকশন হয়, you understand the condition.
It will not hold.
After all, public money has been diluted. This is the greatest difficulty why in case of public sector banks, I am just, where is your communication from the CBI?
Page 118, my lord. 118.
My lord, annexure P8.
118.
My lord, will kindly see page.
Just 1 minute, sir. 1 minute. 118. You don't have a 118 over here, sir. 113 is
111, perhaps 111. My lord,
Item number 4, my lord.
111, perhaps.
কোনটা দিয়েছেন? এটা 7
August, 8th of
28916, my lord. WPA 28916.
Mr. Mojumdar, 7 I am engaging you and you do the same principle, the same, nothing else would happen. You understand? Unnecessarily this matters, এটা কাজ করবে না বলে যত ঝামেলা করে দিচ্ছে। সিবিআই এর কি বাংলায় থাকা সিবিআই এই অবস্থা হয়ে গেল নাকি?
see now that don't be, but now these are politicians. For the register FIR, but they have to declare it as a fraud.
You are not.
Exercise will be
You why don't you communicate that? You are not communicating that. Where is that? You are over here 118. You are saying chief secretary permission then you.
115. But kindly see 115, the second paragraph, my lord. 115, second paragraph.
नहीं तो that the bank account concerning internal report immediately declared account has been reported to them. Then you gave an opportunity to this
Yes,
person.
my lord, fraud was declared. And my lord, kindly see 116, the third paragraph, public servants are also, my lord, alleged. My lord.
these are to be declared by you.
No, no, my lord.
RBI.
No, my lord.
এ বাবা এটা থানার পুলিশের মতো হয়ে যাচ্ছে তো। Preliminary inquiry, what for you do? You're not registering a case in preliminary inquiry.
That we can do.
Huh.
P can
Yeah, you না হলে লোকের টাকা হয়ে যাচ্ছে, পুরো একদম শেষ হয়ে যাবে, ন্যাশনালাইজ ব্যাংক
But public servants are also.
No, that is why they are supposed to do preliminary inquiry. This reason which has been granted in page 118 is not acceptable to me, sir. They will proceed in accordance with law. But same. Acha, Mr. Sen, you are Somriddho Sen. Huh? You couldn't become a bit taller, sir. Huh? Tried. Huh?
Personal arena.
Huh? So many gyms are there in the city. Huh? Have you tried or no?
Height.
You didn't try. You left it to the Almighty or what? Learned advocate, Mr. Sen, learned advocate appearing on behalf of the. এটা কার স্ট্যাটাস রিপোর্টটা আবার একটা সিম্পল মামলা একটা বাজে গ্রাউন্ডে হয়ে আছে। Whose status report is this?
3 and 4 both matter. We have filed a status
Oh,
report. With respect 7, we don't have the instruction that.
No objection to the A7. Status report কিন্তু খুব ডেঞ্জারাস, আমি বলে দিচ্ছি কিন্তু। Just see you are following and sticking to that in spite of court direction. See, you got a status report, come to the last page, page 4. Paragraph 11. Huh. It's very unfortunate, sir. You're falling into the trap, sir. Court in each case will permit when the law has been declared not only by the High Court but by the Supreme Court. 141 is actually down. That is something different. কবে বলে দিই, তাহলে সব অফিস দিল্লিতেই থাকবে, কলকাতায় কোনো অফিস হবে না। ওদের এমপ্লয়ি এরা কেন করতে যাবে ইনভেস্টিগেশন, আমি বুঝতেও পারছি না। আচ্ছা ওইটা একটু এই ইউকো এইটা পেজ, আচ্ছা Mr. Sen Lane advocate appearing on behalf of the UCO Bank refers to a communication made by the DIG and head of branch CBI ACBE Kolkata dated 8/8/2024, which reflects that the concerned officer has emphasized that consent of the state government is required for registration of a case by the CBI. And consequently, the CBI did not register a FIR on the complaint dated 30th March 2022. Consequently,
register FIR on the complaint dated 30th March 2022.
আর কিছু দেওয়ার দরকার নেই। আচ্ছা, in view of the decision of the honorable Supreme Court in ওই এটা ওই সতীশ কুমার যেটা আছে, হ্যাঁ ওই একই প্যারাগ্রাফস গুলো কোট করে দেবে, ওই প্যারাগ্রাফস গুলো। হ্যাঁ, as also this court's direction, কোথায় যে ওই এটা বিনয় মিশ্রটা করে দেবে। হ্যাঁ, প্যারাগ্রাফ 58 একটু দেখে নেবে। হ্যাঁ, ও উইচ ইজ কোর্টে ওই সব দুটোই কোট করে দেবে, আর তারপরে লিখে দাও I am of the view that no consent is required for the CBI to register cases in respect of central government officers, comma, public sector undertaking officers, as also other statutory organization having trapping of public sector undertakings. তারপর বললে গভর্নমেন্ট ওন ব্যাংক, ন্যাশনালাইজ ব্যাংক নয়, আবার এদিকে চলে যাবে। আচ্ছা, in view of the settled proposition of law the Central Bureau of Investigation would conduct a preliminary inquiry and communicate with the bank if there are any deficiencies in compliance with other directions of the Honorable Supreme Court, particularly if they have reservations in respect of registering the case pursuant to the judgment of the Honorable Supreme Court in Rajesh Agarwal's case. Full stop. The bank authorities would immediately clarify that. The same would be part and parcel of the preliminary inquiry to be conducted by the CBI. After conducting the preliminary inquiry, CBI will proceed in accordance with law according to their manual. Full stop. With the aforesaid observations, আর কিছু দরকার নেই এই ফালতু সময় নষ্ট করলাম আধ ঘন্টা। WPA 28916 of 2024 is disposed of. চলো নেক্সট যেটা আছে 7 নম্বরটা খালি একটা প্যারাগ্রাফ অ্যাড করে দেবে যে অর্ডার সেম হবে ওই করে দাও as the subject matter involved in the present writ petition is similar is identical with that of ওটা কত নম্বর WPA 28916 of 2024, Mr. Rajdeep Mojumdar, learned DSGI, along with Mr. Omaji they learned U.S. Special Public Prosecutor CBI, learned Special Public Prosecutor CBI is directed to appear in the matter and their appearance may be regularized by the concerned authorities. Acha. You appeared on the earlier occasion.
Respondent number 4.
So you appeared on the earlier occasion. Your name is already there in the. Acha. The directions and the order passed in WPA 28916 of 2024 will apply to the present case also. Accordingly, this court observes বলে ওখান থেকে কোর্ট করে দিয়ে দেবে in view of the judgment end of the Honorable Supreme Court and in view of the judgment of this Honorable Court করে দিয়ে বাকিটা করে দেবে. Alright, done.